Echoed throughout the minds of the Darwizar is a legend of immeasurable power hidden deep under the mountains. A liquid magic so potent it can raise entire cities, leaving nothing but cinders and ash. Eager to exploit this power, the sorcerer prophets of Zarnagrund sought to reach the source of this demonic substance. The domain of their malign god, Hashut, the father of darkness. For centuries they dug, exhausting countless workers as they delved deeper than the mountain roots themselves. 2 ashen moons ago, in the depths of the darkest pit, a discovery was made. A trickle of pure power, a crimson seam divining a way through the rocky layers to where Hashut dwells. And so, it was bottled in a vessel of infernal design, rushed to the surface through the fires of industry, to the highest authority. In the council chambers of Astragoth Ironhand, it was presented. Roiling with unholy energy, its gloriously terrible glow glinted in the eyes of all who set their gaze upon it. The blood of Hashut. Far rarer than warpstone and gold, very few vials had ever been extracted from the mines. The key to limitless power.
Exo arbu datangron, gras strength terrain.
Astragoth, High Priest of Hashut, roared to the god of darkness. And he replied. Ancient channels etched in rock flow with molten fury. A great drill shall be constructed, forged in the dread fires of the Darklands, imbued with strength to bore through the bedrock and breach a godly domain.
Urtsi will shaba ad. Luntagrungron.
The forge burns. The fires catch from the depths. The Chaos Dwarfs will rise. The Tower of Zarnagrund, the dread city where all wealth and sacrifices flow. But Astragoth is absent from the capital, having taken residence upon the Zorn Uzkal. Green-skinned tribes must be routed, while Skaven and vampires are purged from their nests before the High Priest can enact his scheme. And here, the site of Ironhand's intent. The great drill stands, but is not operational yet.
Eras these groby megals. Mas kamzak mus barak show.
The launch site is made ready at a speed so furious, it becomes a mass graveyard for hundreds of exhausted workers. Expendable lives, for only the drill is of concern. The remaining construction must be imbued with dark sorcery, for the blood of Hashut lies not only in the darkest depths of the world, but in a godly domain where no mortal engine can reach it. 4 dwarf relics are required, each to be corrupted in the forges of the demon smiths. Only then shall the drill summon power enough to shatter solid rock and the foundations of reality itself. As the abhorrent relics lie undiscovered, a sacrifice must be undertaken to gain Hashut's blessing and reveal their locations.
Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome to a brand new Patreon supporter campaign as Astragoth Ironhands. He says hi. We're playing in the realm of chaos because all the Chaos Dwarfs are quite close together in Immortal Empires, and because of that, there's not much difference between them. Obviously, they have factional differences, but their mechanics in general are fairly similar. So, you know, I thought playing in the realm of chaos was a better option. The Patreon supporters, and of course the YouTube members, I should add those as well in there. Also agreed, which is great. So we're playing as Astragoth Ironhand to create a ruddy big drill. That's right. Are the Chaos Dwarves overcompensating for something? Yep, almost certainly yes. Let's face it. They're small, they're hairy. We're talking about chodes here. They've got little chode penises. That's right. Yeah, no, we're all thinking it, aren't we? I mean, now you are anyway. You're thinking about small hairy penises, and that's currently what you're doing with your life. You're sitting here, you're watching a YouTube, you're listening to a British man talk about small hairy penises. That's what you're whiling away your limited existence on this planet doing. This is where your life has led you. It's okay to cry. It's fine. Anyway, if you'd like more existential crisis, then you can subscribe to either my Patreon supporter page or become a YouTube member. And these videos will then be out every 4 days. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. The first video, of course, is free, and then I jack up the price. No, but once the campaign has finished, and the Patreon supporters and the YouTube members move on to a different campaign, then the campaign will start coming out for everyone else, as is usual, with my Patreon supporter / YouTube member. I should say member, shouldn't I? Membership campaigns. There we go, that'll do. Alright, good. So, we start off with Astragoth Ironhands. Yeah, they do. And we start off at Urkel over here. Obviously, the Chaos Dwarf capital is Zarnagrund. It's over there. It's controlled by like a minor faction, but they're like a sentinel faction, so they're kind of like the Defenders of the Black Pyramid, that kind of thing. They don't do anything, they just kind of sit there and they're very strong. We also have the other major Chaos Dwarf factions, which is Drazhoth, he's over here, and then we have Zatan, the guy with the hat and the cackly laugh, and that's basically all he is. He's down there as well. So all the Chaos Dwarfs are fairly close together here, and they all have the objective of creating a ruddy big drill. We just have to make a bigger drill and faster than them, which is great. Now, the Chaos Dwarf mechanics, I'm sure you're sick of hearing about them at the moment, but TLDR, you can create 2 different types of minor provinces, minor settlements even, outposts and factories. Outposts, in general, will produce labour workload. That creates raw materials. You need a certain number of labourers, in finger quotations, slaves basically, but they call them labourers, interns, to work that labour. That then creates the raw materials. Raw materials can then be turned into either money or armaments at a factory using certain buildings. Other buildings as well can do it. Things like iron, for example, will create a building that uses raw materials but creates armaments, that kind of thing. Others produce raw materials, so on and so forth. Effectively, slaves create raw materials, create armaments and money. Armaments are used to then upgrade the number of Chaos Dwarf units you can have, because you are limited in the number of them that you can actually recruit at any one time. But each time you increase it, you also unlock these manufactory buffs. These are things you can then upgrade in a manufactory. They cost an upkeep of armaments. So, for example, you could give all of your Chaos Dwarf warriors Frenzy, but that will cost you some armaments per turn to maintain that. There we go. So, we start off with Astragoth Ironhand. Astragoth has the trait Mechanical because of his legs. That's right. He's very much a He's a feel-good story, isn't he, basically? Because Chaos Dwarf sorcerers, as they cast magic, their arms and legs, and eventually all of them, turn to stone, which is quite limiting if you want to do, I don't know, Pilates or something. So Astragoth has gone, fuck, I'm gonna deal with this. So he's created like basically a mechanical legs and arms for himself. So he can still do the things he loves, which are wearing big hats, slavery, and torture. I mean, it's not so much of a good feel-good story, but you know, he can still move around anyway. So he's mechanical, which means he gets mechanical overdrive, which increases his killing power as he kills people. Sure, why not? More casualty replenishment rate, that's nice to have. And ward save for bull centaur renders. Bull centaurs are basically chaos dwarves who are mixed with bulls. For some reason, you know, sure, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he gets skills like Basalt Body, because obviously he's made of stone. That gives us more Winds of Magic. Master of the Conclave, because he's like the big boss of the Chaos Dwarves, so he gets all diplomatic relations and allied recruitment cost. Architect of Evil, he's going to make Bull Centaur, because Bull Centaurs are kind of like holy icons for the Chaos Dwarves, because obviously they worship Hashut, who's a big flamey bull. So I guess if you get born half bull, they're kind of like, well, that's neat, isn't it? I mean, traumatic, certainly. Where do you put the nappies? Who knows? Doesn't bear thinking about. We also get Piercing Intellect, which is less enemy Winds of Magic in the region when increasing, and we also get a bound spell of Burning Wrath. Infernal Lord, which increases his hero capacity for all heroes, +2, which is quite nice, and also Hero Lord and Recruit rank. And then Dark Sacrifice, which reduces the cost of Winds of Magic for Hellhammer, which is his wind spell. The spells he gets are a mix of the Law of Hashut, which is the new law for the Chaos Dwarfs, and Fire Magic, which is actually pretty good because he also has Kindle Flame, which means that he can make everyone weak to fire. Chaos Dwarfs really like fire. I really like fire. His faction traits are he gets more Conclave influence. That's like the diplomatic thing that the Chaos Dwarfs have. We'll have a look at that later. Research rate 10% and control +2. I mean, generally, Astragoth is just a nice sort of... He's got some nice generic buffs, right? They're just fine. They're not, there's nothing like massively exciting. But with that said, the Chaos Dwarf mechanics in general are pretty cool. So, you know, you don't need particularly exciting faction traits, in my opinion. But that does mean the factions are all fairly similar. And being in the same location, you don't get much different. But yeah, fine, whatever. Anyway, we have Zorak here. He is a Chaos Bull Centaur Tauruk. Sure, whatever. He is stubborn, which means he has less enemy hero action success chance and physical resistance. I mean, that's fine. We're going to pop him in the army. He's going to do some training. I'm not going to build anything at the moment. We have the Falls of Doom over here. We have Urkel over here. Urkel has a massive drill. We need to make that drill bigger, because the bigger the drill, the better, in my opinion. It's not what you do with it. It's the size. Cool. Anyway, so we're going to kill Grizguts over here. He's obviously our first opponent. He's got some Black Orcs. Look at that. But a bunch of Goblins otherwise. Just some Black Orcs and a bunch of Goblins. It's the first battle of the campaign. It's got that oily mechanical leg smell. Whatever mechanical legs smell like. Alright, I'm going to let it slip now. The Bull Centaurs might be one of my new favourite units. Now, currently, lumbering... I mean, they're not that fast. They don't need to be. Only 62 speed, which means that even Astragoth, with his mechanical legs, can keep up with them. It's because they're built for killing, not built for speed. Look at these big burly boys. What is it I like about big cows? Oh well. So there's the Bull Centaur Rendors. You can see they got a little extra bonus versus large. Bonus for infantry even, plus 18, which means infantry literally melts against them. Very tough to stop. There's Astragoth. Oh, he's doing a little bit of percussive maintenance there. And then we've got Zorak, our big beefy cowboy. Move around behind the enemy army. They have some archers. They got a couple of archers, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. Plus, I kind of forgot about the blunderbusses. I got too excited. So blunderbusses are only just moving up into position. They're actually shielded as well. So these guys are 55% resistance to missile fire, which is quite good. They've also got fire resistance because, you know, Chaos Dwarves. Actually got charge defense versus large as well. So basically surrounding the enemy army. As you can see, they are currently desperately trying to face in all directions at the same time. It's not working out very well for them. Rest of our army is is made up of a bunch of goblin labourers. Who are now currently moving over that hill. These guys are absolute garbage. Then we've got the orc labourers. They are slightly better. And then over here we've got the Chaos Dwarf warriors with their great weapons. I always love their like half moon axes. They look great. I mean the models look great as per usual, as always. I'm so glad they've got the big hats. I was worried. I was worried they might not have the big hats, so very relieved to see the big hats. Okay, our boys currently charging down. Letting off that burning fiery wrath, burning wrath, something like that. Does a little AoE. So far so good. The bull centaurs charging into the goblins and liquidizing them. Jam o'clock. Meanwhile, the Black Orcs are charging directly into our blunderbusses, which is working out about as well as could be expected. I.e. not very. They do have the heavy armour. They don't have any shields though. Using some goblins to pin them in place. Meanwhile, Astragoth, who, although he is, you know, he's an old boy. And he's obviously half stone. But he's actually pretty fucking killy with 130 armor. Are you okay, mate? Are you having an existential crisis? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, don't worry. Zorak's here to help out. What? Are you okay? Oh, you're trying to cast a spell. That's what you're doing. You're trying to cast a spell and failing, so you're like, nah. There we go. There we go. They're now double teaming old Grizguts here. You see, Astragoth has some pretty funky combat moves, but he's also pretty good in melee combat with 481 weapon strength, 130 armor, 60 melee attack and 50 melee defense. He's more than capable of going up against pretty much most characters and coming out on top. Holy shit, we got a forbidden rod right off the bat. That is fucking amazing. Oh, I kind of want the labourers, but we're probably going to want to move in and finish. Well, okay, the problem is, the lower your public order, the more labourers you lose. Now, we're going to probably have pretty poor public order in this province for a little while, because obviously we're going to do a lot of, you know, general pillaging and murdering. So, I don't know if that's worth it. But are we going to really need 7% replenishment? They do have another settlement after that one, don't they? Okay. Yeah, so they've got 2 settlements. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade Burning Wrath. We're going to come down here. I should fight this battle, shouldn't I? I feel like if I don't fight this battle, it's going to pummel me with... Yeah, okay, we'll fight it just to be on the safe side. God, that thing has some range on it, doesn't it? Bloody hell. I mean, it didn't do very much damage, but still. Hell of a range. I will say, the bull centaurs are quite slow, like for a flanking force. I mean, their charge bonus is pretty good, but I mean, their stats are just generally very good. But, comparatively, they are pretty slow, which means using them as a flanking force is tricky. I keep trying to use them as like cavalry, but they're just that little bit slower than normal cavalry, which just makes it just takes them ages to get anywhere. Okay, we've got our blunderbusses and the great weapons on our left flank, and they're going to move up and duel with the goblin archers. Of course, our boys are all shielded. The goblin archers are not. Wow, that was wide. All centaurs absolutely wrecking those goblin wolf riders. Charging in, annihilating them, and moving on. Goblin archers just get out of the way, just in time. I love how much jam they turn the goblins into. Holy shit. Amazing. Meanwhile, the goblin labourers keeping the orcs busy while the blunderbusses... Now, the blunderbusses, I have learned, it's not a good idea to be in front of a unit of blunderbusses, even if you're on their side. Still, they do pump out a lot of damage, which is good. The goblin labourers are going to need a little bit of a hand. Fortunately, the bull centaurs, with their currently 99 kills... Need to cycle charge with them. Fortunately, they do have big mass. They've got some really good mass, so they can, like, just pull through units pretty easily. I think that's our own goblin... Oh, orc labourers, guys. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I don't really care what happens to them, to be honest. So the goblins are being liquidized. The blunderbusses... I did think these guys might rally, and they have. They are coming back. Briefly. I mean, these goblins do have bronze shields. I always thought goblins had silver shields. Huh. I thought that was their one saving grace. Well. They're now charging headlong into blunderbusses, and this is working out about as well as you'd expect. And even when they manage to get into melee combat, our boys are still more than capable of crushing some goblin skulls. Alright, I think I was definitely better than fighting it. Now, this is a 4-settlement province, so I'm going to put a factory in here. There's two reasons for that. The reason I think this is because factories have a building that increases... That's not a factory. This is a factory. So factories, they have slightly different buildings. So factories can build the Chaos Dwarf recruitment building and also the artillery building, as well as the hobgoblins, whereas this one can only build the hobgoblins. This one does have like a public order building in it though, whereas I don't think the factory does. But the factory does have a raw materials output is increased by 30%. So, because you need labourers, interns in your region, the more interns you have, the more public order problems you'll have. So, my thinking is, like, having a province that is entirely dedicated to outposts, especially if it's like a 4-settlement province, probably not necessarily a good idea. While it might seem like a good idea to pile them all in there, I wonder if we're going to end up with a lot of public order problems, because the worse your public order, the faster you lose interns through, I'm assuming, exposure. So I think it's best to try and like spread it. So I think increasing it by 30% is better than having 3 outposts. With that said, we don't have any growth. The way we increase our buildings is by using raw materials. So the more raw materials we have, the better. So we're going to start off by building the strip mine, because I love a mine that strips. So we're going to grab that. We can rush it with some, but I'm going to hold. Do we want to rush it? It's only 2 turns, but that's 2 turns of additional resources compared to, because we only have a workload of 100 at the moment, which we have 6. So I'm going to actually say yes. Let's spend it. So that means we're now getting 300 raw materials per turn. We can also, what else do we want here? We probably want the donation barrel, which is just pure money. So let's grab that. Let's also grab the Overseer's Camp. That's going to cost us some... The only problem is then we won't be able to recruit more guys. Do we need more guys right now? I'm going to say no. I think we can do without. So we're going to get Kindle Flame. And you are going to be Survivalist. The Bull Centaur does have 3 options he can pick. He can go with Temple Guardians. That gives him obviously the Guardian effect, physical resistance for characters around him. That also then boosts up his armor and melee defense. He can also get a Murderous Charge, which is a buff which has a duration of 25 seconds, which increases his mass by 50%, which is huge. Increased charge bonus by 40% and charge speed and acceleration, which means he's going to fucking a rampage. And he also gets Seeing Red, which increases his melee attack and weapon strength, which is quite nice. Alternatively, if you want him to be an agent, he gets Effective Agent, which just increases everything. It just makes everything better. And also Trusted Agent just increases his hero access. I mean, that's just really good. Plus the fact that he has Assault Units, Assault Garrison, Assassinate. These guys are fucking legit. They are great. They also get Frenzy and Bulgor. There's no reason not to have as many Bull Centaurs as you can have. The other heroes they have are the Castian, which are kind of underwhelming. So they're like your ranged guy. Unfortunately, their range shot does basically nothing. And the bonuses they give are mediocre, I would say. They do give you more campaign movement range, so there is there is a reason to use one, but I find that debatable as to whether they're actually worth putting in your army. And then, of course, you have your Chaos Sorcerer, your Chaos Dwarf Sorcerers, who you can, of course, put in your army. They, of course, have spells. There's 4 different lore of spells they can use. Metal, Shadow, or Dark? Shadow, Dark. No. Dark, Fire, Hashut, and any of the others. Good. Something like that. It's fine. Research-wise, we have 3 research trees. I'm going to start off by going with... I actually go with this. Upkeep reduction for labourers and hobgoblins. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I don't think we can recruit anyone else. Oh, we can recruit a goblin. Right, fine. Fine, we'll recruit a goblin. Okay, good. So, all life other than that of the Dowie Tsar only has value as a resource, a commodity of muscle and sinew to be amassed, exploited and spent. Even now, the need for fresh labour increases with time. The vast industries of your isolated empire ever hunger for more. Labour is received from battles, military convoys and raiding. When received, it is evenly distributed to every province, blah blah blah. Right, okay, so we get more labour and treasury if we fight 3 battles. Well, guess what? We're definitely going to be doing that. We've also got Gouge the World. We need to construct a building from the mine chain, which we literally just did. The plundered riches, so maybe I should have waited. The plundered riches of the earth must find their way into your stockpiles. So to this end, you must drill, dig and delve deep into the rock and filth in pursuit of the treasures that lie below. No landscape shall be spared. Okay, we're just going to go for it. Fuck it. Watch me march over there with my little mechanical legs. It says valiant defeat, but don't believe it. I just love watching little Astragoth with his little legs. He's got little legs. Well, I suppose he's got longer legs than most Chaos Dwarfs, so. Oh boys, I don't think shooting at Bull Centaurs is the best way to spend the last seconds of your life. Oof. Okay, so we're attacking from two locations. The first is this upper path. I'm just going to lead across a bridge and then around to this minor supply location, which is supporting most of the towers and barricades at this side of the settlement. So we need to get the Bull Centaurs, Zorak and Astragoth to finish those off. We're also taking out that tower so it doesn't shoot at us. Down it goes. Taking a little bit of fire there from the goblins and Orc Arrow boys, but they're not doing too much damage. And of course we are shielded. Bull Centaurs continuing to maim and smash that, coming out to 75 kills. Admittedly, they are goblins, so... But still, they be mulching shits. Burning Wrath managing to exterminate most of this unit of goblins, racking Astragoth up to 87 kills. And that does mean his Mechanical Overdrive is now at 86% intensity, which increases his melee attack and weapon strength, which of course is going to make him significantly more killy. Meanwhile, over the other side of the battlefield, the blunderbusses are pushing up, backed up by the rest of our boys. So you put the blunderbusses in first. They'll take a little bit of damage, but I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, definitely better off than the Wolf Riders. Okay, we've managed to destroy the little goblin contingent up on the plateau. And we're now heading across this, I'm going to be honest, rather rickety looking bridge. The Bull Centaurs up to 180 kills, and yes, I love them. I've only had the Bull Centaurs for 24 hours. If anything happened to them, I'd kill you and then myself. Blunderbuss is exchanging fire with the Orc Arrow boys. The Orc Arrow boys definitely coming off worse. However, we do have goblins incoming, which is not great, so we're going to send our goblin labourers in to intercept them. This does mean the blunderbusses won't have line of sight, which is slightly problematic. But we may be able to get them around the flank there somewhere. We're trying to get this objective. So we just need to mop up these last few goblins and orcs, and then we can continue on our rampage. Okay, good enough. Also, the Orc War Boss is over there. It's just a general, but still. The Chaos Dwarf Warriors, with great weapons, just hanging out in the centre there. I'm not quite sure what to do with them really at the moment, but looks like we've got orcs closing in. The goblins seem to be able to get shots over the heads of the orcs and goblins here. I'm not entirely sure how that's working. We do have a little avenue there of fire, which is quite good. Liking that. Okay, the Bull Centaurs moving in to engage the Orc boys, and then our two commanders moving in to engage the enemy general. Wow, even greenskins explode. Wow, that guy's head literally exploded from impact. The orcs, yeah, definitely coming off worse here. The enemy general trying to get in there. We just need to mop this up. And you can see already that objective, they're currently fighting over it. Looks like we might be able to grab it. Unfortunately, our poor Chaos Dwarf warriors are surrounded, fighting on all sides. They are keeping a lot of the greenskins busy, though, which the blunderbusses appreciate. Hashtag appreciation, thoughts and prayers. And we don't really care what happens to the labourers. I mean, if the Chaos Dwarves die, that's a shame. As long as the blunderbusses are safe, I don't really care about anything else. Meanwhile, the Bull Centaur Rendors are just up to 300 kills there, have just murdered their way through everything. Just slaughtered everything sent against them. Not even a contest. And this supply location is about to fall to our forces. That will knock down all those nasty towers that are currently plinking away at me. I'm trying to get my Chaos Dwarves out of here. They're already routing. No. Are they? No. 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 Well, no. Okay, we've taken the objective. I mean, at least as our labourers die, the blunderbusses have much better line of sight. So you know, it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? It swings and roundabouts. These blunderbusses have taken a little bit of damage there from the constant niggling fire of the goblin archers, but they have racked up 98 kills and 123 kills there, continuing to spray the greenskins with liberally with bullets. Oh, Chaos Dwarfs have finally broken. They did take 98 with them, to be fair. And the Bull Centaurs continuing to fight on. Up to 345 kills. Make that 55. Oh, I need some more of these boys. I definitely need some more of these boys. And there we go. The enemy garrison is dead. That was fine. I mean, I think the takeaway here is that basically Chaos Dwarfs are great. The Bull Centaurs are fucking amazing. Holy shit. Labourers, absolute trash. Right, we're going to do this one as an outpost. Now we've got 2 outposts in the region, and then we've got a factory as well. Right, so we've taken the entire province. Now we know the Skaven are over here. Clan Grittus. They do not like us. We've also got Grimgor up in the north, which could potentially be an issue. We need labourers. Now, public order is currently not great. We could sacrifice some of our labourers to increase that, which would decrease the bleeding. Then we could potentially go beat up some ratties. That could work. Goat pastures, which is going to give us upkeep reduction for Lamassu, Great Taurus, and Bale Taurus. Okay. Interesting, but not really useful right now. Let's get to Strip Mine, because that's going to give us the raw materials we need to boost up our infrastructure. I kind of like the axes, but to be honest, do we need the armor piercing? I'm going to say probably not. I'm half tempted to actually get rid of these guys. I feel like having the shields is just better. How much money do we have? Not a huge amount. Okay. I do want some hobgoblins. Hobgoblins are pretty good. They're, especially if you get the legendary lord, the army that he's in, hobgoblins can become pretty fucking terrifying. Okay, we're going to give you Root Marcher. I'm going to give you... you know what? Killing Fire. Sure, why not? And you, I think just generally making you more killy is probably a good shout. And we've got the commandment here. So we've got rush construction reduction and construction cost reduction. Quite nice. Recruitment cost and recruitment rank. Could be not, we are going to be doing some recruiting. Income from refinery. Obviously, we don't have any refinery builds at the moment, so that's not really a problem. And more control and less chance of plague spread. I'm actually going to go for the military doctrine. I think if we're going to do... In fact, do we want to do that off? You know what? Let's... We're in no rush, right? We're not at war with anyone at the moment. So we can kind of chill. I don't think anyone wants to do any deals with this. Clan Grittus isn't actually far off. We could potentially make friends with them.
I lead.
Why? Oh, you've got treaties with them. Interesting. Very interesting. We could go south for the greenskins. We could go north into the mountains. We've got some options here. But if I can, like, get Clan Grittus... I mean, I wouldn't mind killing Clan Grittus. I'm not against it. I'm just wondering if we get them on side. If we get them on side, then we can potentially use that. So, upkeep reduction and melee attack for our trash units. which is good. Do we just go? I don't like the idea of having one axe and one small axe, so I might go just double axe. Let's do this. You'll all be rank 2 when we recruit you, which is fine. Could upgrade you. Let's do that. Okay, so we're losing 31. So we need 400 labourers. We currently have 600, and it's dropped by 31 a turn. So we're not in any major rush at the moment, but we probably do want to try and get some more labourers fairly soon. I'm tempted to go for the tallest tower because that gives us a little bit of extra control, and then we can go up and get things like diplomatic relations with Chaos Dwarfs, more control, more casualties, capture post-battle, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of good stuff. You're liking me less, which is fine.
The great horned rat favors Mimi together with.
Okay, probably won't be able to do anything there. We may just have to kill him. Ideally, before we do that, we'll have enough money to have a second army so that we can do some, defense. Let's complete that. So we've got a little bit of extra labour, which is nice. Have 700 raw materials. Well, we're currently making 500 a turn, so that's not going to be an issue. We have, however, increased our workload to 700. And we've only got 701. It's going to drop, so we will actually not make as much resources next turn, materials next turn, because we won't have enough workforce. So we kind of need to do something about that. I actually... Goblins are garbage. They're just useless. The Orc Labourers are fine, I guess. I mean, they're not amazing. If we get a front line like that and then maybe an archer or something, sure. We could upgrade you. Remember, we don't have to save money for this because it costs raw materials, so we don't need to worry about having raw materials. And we've completed that mission as well. Ah, we have our military convoys. I quite like these. Okay, blah, blah, blah. More stuff. Right, fine. Right. Convoys. Right, so much like the Cathay caravans, you get the idea. What do we got? Monster Commander. So he's got more speed and weapon strength. Okay. Diplomatic... Oh, actually... I don't massively care about the ogres, but having the diplomatic relations could be really useful. So I'm actually going to hire you. Now, we have options about where we're going to send him and what they're going to do when they get there. So wherever we send them, whichever faction controls the settlement we send them to, we will get additional diplomatic relations with them. Oh my god, Gorst is down there. Is Gorst always down there? I'm sure he wasn't always down there. Have they added that? The Haunted... I don't think the Haunted Forest used to be down there, but is it? Was it? The Valerie... Titans... Okay, so we could send... We could send it to maybe Kairos. That would give us some more raw materials. If we do something like this... And dispatch. So they'll take a few turns to get up there. They sort of hop along one of the nodes each turn. Exactly like the Cathay Caravan. So we're going to get pandemic preparations. Again, don't need it. Going to do it anyway. Okay, we're making fairly good money. I am going to get, like, 4 of you, I think. I might then stack up with more Orc Labourers as, like, you know, a shitty guard or something. I mean, we could potentially get more Chaos Dwarfs. So, because we have 100 armaments, we could spend to get like another Chaos Dwarf. But I'm kind of... I kind of feel like maybe we hold off. What I want is enough... I'm going to go and beat up the ratties over here. Without a warning, a chasm in the earth spontaneously appears in front of the convoy, forming a gaping mouth of razor-sharp teeth. We can get power overwhelming... But we'll lose a unit. I mean, we barely have any units in this army, so I'm going to ignore it. Ignore the big mouth. Do not chuck anyone in it, please. If we're going to be fighting ratties, I feel like maybe the Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits probably a good shot. I know I said to get labourers, and then I've just gone and recruited a bunch of hobgoblins, but fuck it. Right, as you can see, we are now low on average efficiency. However, not you. However, we do have enough to upgrade our settlements to level 2, which is what we're going to do. So we'll do that. Public order here is actually fine for the moment. We could potentially go for more money. I kind of want to go for more... Okay, where is... the Falls of Doom? I mean, this border should be fairly safe. I say should be. So I'm going to go with a guard... I mean, we could get the garrison, but I think I'm going to go with a guard tower. Because I want that extra control. We'll keep the Orc Labourer in here for a minute. Guide has tracked down our convoy, offering to lead the way. We can lose 500, but spend... Sorry, because we can reduce our travel time. It costs us 500. I will pay that, sure. Okay, good to know. He's disciplinarian. Is that it? He's just doing... Oh, we need to claim a seat. Okay, so here's the Tower of Tsar. All of these seats, all of the 3 main Chaos Dwarf factions can claim a seat. If all of the seats are claimed by anyone, doesn't matter who, then you will get the... everyone gets the bonus here. However, you can usurp seats. So, for example, if we wanted, like, this one, so we'll grab this one. Now... after 4 turns, another Chaos Dwarf faction could spend 112. It costs 75 to take a unclaimed one, but 112 to take a claimed one. But they can then claim that from us and usurp our position. However, there's sort of like, which is quite a nice way of doing it. Like there's a nice... It's sort of like conflict between the dwarves, but at the same time you're kind of helping each other, but also trying to stab each other in the back, which I quite like. But more raw resources per turn. I keep calling it raw materials per turn. Raw materials per turn is just generally going to be quite good, especially seen as we are losing labourers a little bit. I think we've also got... Oh, we've got 4 because of... Well, that's not too bad, actually. We're only getting... Oh, but characters is 2, so we will start losing public order when we leave. Which is kind of a bugger, but never mind. Let's go with... You know what? I'm going to go with malicious compliance. So envoys the conclave, which gives us multiple relations with Chaos Dwarves. And then we're going to go malicious compliance, which is an extra 2 control, which would be quite nice. But also casualties capture post-battle, which is, you know, kind of what we want. Okay, seen as... Okay, that's fine for the moment. Right, we need more workers. So we're going to go and see if any rats... Any of the ratties want to come and work for us. Hey, buddy. Oh. Alright, maybe we'll go and see if any ogres want to work for us. They're probably better workers. Traversing the realm is hungry work. If the demons you've encountered are to be believed, you could choose to sate their gluttonous appetite. Right, we can sacrifice a unit of... Oh, God, that is a large army, actually. I think we may have to sacrifice. I don't think we can take them. I don't want to, but we're going to have to do that. We've got mystery meat for 4 turns. I mean, fortunately, that isn't actually going to affect him. Okay, well, as soon as the ogres have decided to pick a fight, I guess we're going this way. We'll be back, ratties. Don't you worry. Where is... Okay, our factories are there. I do want more money. I mean, armaments are fine, but I feel like to start off with, you kind of need more money. I mean, we could also go for the Miner's Workshop, which just increases our raw material output. I'm going to go with that. I know, bizarre, but we need that to upgrade our main settlement. The faster we upgrade our main settlement, the better. I will take the ogre's assistance. Well, these ogres have not attacked me. They just declared war on me, and then nothing. Can we reach that in 1 turn? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? You lunatic. Okay, this might be quite nice, but not when we don't actually have the building to recruit that. I could get raw materials, but we currently can't afford what we have. I'm going to save. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's kind of a... I think I really like the economy of the Chaos Dwarfs. It's a lot more... You have to think a lot more about that, and I quite like that. Ooh, we've got the ever-changing blade. So we finished our convoy. The convoy is complete. So we now have more raw materials, which is great. This means we can basically upgrade our next settlement immediately. I'm just going to raid my way. Okay, 58. I mean, it's not amazing, but we can't reach them anyway. But we'll go in and we'll sack this. How many settlements do you have? You've got 2 settlements. One there, one there. Right, well, I'm not entirely sure why you declared war on me, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit confused about it. Do I want to upgrade that? Or, yeah, I kind of do. The sooner we upgrade our main settlement, the better. Because then we'll get more money anyway, because we can upgrade the money building. Right, we want wayfinders, because it reduces the chance of ambush by 50%, which is too good not to take. It's always my first pick. Oh, was there another army there, or did they just run away? They ran away. Okay, cool. You just legged it. You're like, nope, I'm out. I'm out, boys. Okay, I'm just going to sack. And then I'm going to ambush and see if you come home. And if you do, I'll kill you then. Oh, I do want more casualty replenishment. Okay, so we can immediately upgrade again. We can upgrade that to get more cash. Then we can go for... I'm kind of tempted to go for the prototype Mega Mortar. I know it's a weird shout, but we don't really have the money to recruit the better units at the moment. I mean, the other option is we just go for more... I do like blunderbusses. But we don't have the materials to upgrade because we've got 2 blunderbusses. I mean, I could get 3, but then we'd literally have 3. I feel like at this point, I'm going to get the Mega just in case we come under attack. What that does is gives us an ability which is quite potent. I think we'll get the armor piercing. It's tricky to use, but it's an army ability for any armies in surrounding regions. And if you use it in the right place, it can be absolutely devastating. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to get more public order. Oh look, he came home. Perfect. Surprise! Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't think that works. Rough. However, on the flanks, they might be slightly luckier, as they are hammering into hobgoblins, which are going to be fairly squishy in comparison. And yes, we took quite a lot of damage from that charge. Unfortunately, I think the goblins will hold up. This Noblar is getting annihilated. On the right flank, however, the mixture of being mobbed by hobgoblins and concentrated arrow fire has brought down most of those ogre balls. Does look like the enemy Slaughtermaster is having a rough time. He's down to 4. What's he doing? No, he's running away. He's legging it. He's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Oh, you are so dead, mate. Rough. Okay, not bad. I mean, God, it's barely worth doing anything to this. Guess I'll do that.
Astragoth, move in.
Alright. Have you had enough or you're thirsty for more? No, you're thirsty for more for some reason. I don't, mate, I don't know what you're thinking, to be honest. So far, you've been catastrophically shit. Just the worst. Okay, labour is fine. Public order is stable. That's good. We could increase the amount of workload we need, but to be honest, we don't have enough for, well, we barely have enough for what we're using, so probably not the best. Also, we're not doing this anymore, so may as well do that. Okay. Raw materials is good at the moment, which is great. Ideally, I'd like to upgrade the factory next. We can do that next turn. Then we can upgrade the tools manufactory, and that'll be good because that won't actually require any more raw materials. It'll just increase the raw material. It won't require any more labour. It'll just increase the raw materials that we're outputting, which is great. Also, the drill has also increased, and we need to do this for the next part of the quest, don't we? Because we've got the great drill. That's what we need to do. So we need the high powered drill assembly line, which is the upgrade of that bit, which we can actually do now if we have the raw materials. And it might be worth doing that next, actually. But I kind of want to upgrade this because then that's 30%. And then more raw materials faster. Kind of tempted to do that. We could potentially.
The gods might compel me to kill, but I do it freely.
Okay, you're a vassal of what's-her-face. Oh shit, you know what? I haven't actually played Realm of Chaos since Immortal Empires came out, so I don't actually know what effects that the Warriors of Chaos have on the map, whether Kislev is curtailed somewhat, because I always remember Kislev just being absolutely fucking insane.
You reek of anguish or hopelessness.
I have you know
Yes,
that's
let us parley.
That's oil, poor Hom, poor Dawizar. Give me one. Well, you shouldn't do. We could take that. Who are you at war with? People we yeah, you're over at war with the overlords of Thingamajig. You don't like them. Okay, wait, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
In charge.
I'm not going to do that.
Bloodshed.
God, it's so hard to make anyone like you, isn't it? Jesus. I swear to God, as the Chaos Dwarves, everyone fucking hates you. Literally everyone hates your guts. Okay, I'm not gonna. Oh, we got a skill point. Yeah, of course. It's so hard to make people like you. I think casualty replenishment rate is probably good. The Chaos Dwarves do seem to have like pretty poor casualty replenishment. We're going to just not upgrade anything because I don't think we actually need it. You want a peace treaty? I'm not fucking surprised, mate. You know what? Fine, because I don't want your shitty lands. And frankly, you're just not worth it anymore. I'm going to go bribe the leaders for the more control. I mean, I could raid you because I've got nothing else going on. May as well raid you on the way out, just as like just a middle finger to you. Extends the mech middle finger. This would give us more armaments. Also, I haven't done a convoy. You're on your way back. I could send out someone else. Ooh, cannery. So the only thing is, you only get the one cannon. On the other hand, Bull Centaur. Yes, you're in. You're in. Mate, you're in. Where are we going to send you? We could use more labour, so we could send you this way. If we do that. That'll give us some labour. Let's do that. Send you off to get... I should have done that ages ago. That is very remiss. Slap on the wrist there. Jesus. Also, I didn't actually take that sword off that guy, did I? I'm going to give that to you. Because I feel like you're the big beefy kill boy. And we can do this as well. Do we want to do this? Oh no, I didn't actually do the first thing. I got distracted. That never happens. I'm always on it. I'm always fucking on it. This would give us the next part of the... You know what? Let's do that. We're still making 646, so we're making loads of raw materials. It's fine. And we got a convoy going to go and collect more. Yeah, okay. Oh shit, you're right there. Oh, that's bad news. Alright, well, at least we pieced out with Chappie. We may lose... Well, it's like we probably will lose. There's only a piddly little garrison there. Mind you... Yes. It pains me, but yes. Ruinous negotiations? I want this. I want this because diplomatic relations with warriors of Chaos, Beastmen and Norsca potentially will come in handy. Right. We're going to lose this. That's not necessarily a problem because we're going to increase the amount of work, like raw materials we could... The raw materials we've got are great. Oh, you've just run... Oh, there's two of you. Interesting. Interesting. Met a Dark Elf Beastmaster. He wants to give us a feral mammoth in exchange for 100 cargo. No, I don't want it. I wonder if we can, like... This is a little bit ballsy. But... You know, Astragoth has giant stone balls. So, who gives a shit? Basically, we're going to sit here and ambush and see if they both want to attack. And if they both attack, I'm going to see if I can use the Orc Labourers to like bunch up as much shit as possible and then drop a Dreadquake mortar on their head. That's the dream. Right, we're going to upgrade you. All their buildings take fucking ages to build. We could build the Overseer's Tower. Do we want that? Yes. Yes. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Hey, but look at all these new labourers that have arrived to lend us their skills. That's perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything better. We've been trying to get some of the Skaven together. Hasn't worked exactly how I wanted. These goblin labourers failed to do their job. Useless bastards. Never mind. The enemy reinforcements have arrived, but so have mine, and we've got a choke point as well, which is going to make dropping Dreadquake mortars on their heads all the easier. Which is obviously bad for them, really good for me. So these guys are mostly Skaven slaves, clan rats, a few night runners. Nothing particularly concerning here. They pour across the land bridge. I spot a lovely concentration of ratties, which really could be reduced to their component atoms. The nice thing is, once the Dreadquake hits, it also does like pulses, and that continues to kill shit. So... yeah, there's not many rats there left anymore. However, there are still plenty of rats over this side. In fact, more than I would like. We did manage to... I mean, they came in with 5,000, and we've managed to exterminate them down to under 4,000. So I think that was pretty successful. Currently, the Orc labourers keeping them busy. I just need some visibility for my blunderbuss. And they can open up. Out of the way, useless, but don't worry about it. Just shoot through them. With any luck, their bodies won't slow the bullets down. Unfortunately, there's a 75-second. If only I'd used it here. Oh, that would have been so good. I mean, I feel like it's like that pile of dead bodies there is pretty good. And this fiery wrath is going to do some significant damage. Lovely. God, it's a target-rich environment, isn't it? I mean, there's still over 3,000 ratties there. I mean, there's about to be less. There's definitely about to be less ratties. I'm just interested to see how much less. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. That will do it. That will do it. Obviously start spreading concern throughout the Skaven hordes that they might be next. Especially considering that the vast majority of their frontline infantry has just been annihilated. And they've mostly just got Skaven slave slingers left. Who are all about to get a liberal sprinkling of fire arrows. Obviously, panic starts to spread through the Skaven army, understandably, really. And there we go. The Skaven horde is defeated. That felt good. Oh, I knew that cannon was a good idea. Oh, holy shit. 902 labourers? Yes, please. Thanks for the workers, guys. Claimed a seats. That's good. You didn't claim mine. Good. So they've claimed armaments and diplomatic relations. I mean, both good options. Win the following battle. Sacrifice and... Oh, yeah. Hello. Hello there. Just popped up. Your fusion of dwarven engineering and demonic sorcery, as an abomination of the worst kind, has led the dwarves of the west to send a throng against you. How fitting that Dawi Thagi marched themselves their own sacrifice to the father, in turn bringing you one step closer to the revelation and desecration of the relics they hold so dear. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if I feel ready to do that just yet. But we have wildly boosted our labour. Our labour problems are over. Holy shit. Holy shit. Right. Seeing as we just gave the ratties the spanking of a lifetime, I think it's maybe time to return the favour. Wow, is that the only... Is that all that managed to get out of that fight? Oh, you do have an army there. I'm actually going to... I don't know whether they will come back. But it's mostly Skaven slaves, which we should just be able to mow through. So we're going to mow through them. I could actually spend... The problem is we don't have the... No, I'm gonna hold off. Gonna hold off. I could do training, but I don't actually care that much. So I'm gonna go Woundmaker, because I feel like making you more killy, way better. Way better option. Okay, Dripping Fangs are dead. We've got the... Ooh, Talisman Bones of the Maw. gives you a fire breath. I want fire breath. Oh, I don't like you wandering around. On the other hand, we've got a fucking mortar, so who gives a shit? Kind of tempted to just go for you. How much would that cost? 450. God, we're making so many raw resources, raw materials a turn. I'm kind of tempted to do that just because you are okay. You're taking attrition. Also, we've got the mortar. Also, your general's pretty fucked. So you've mostly just got Skaven slaves there. I don't think you are in any fit state to take on even a minor settlement. So I'm going to bop this and sack it. You want to peace out now, do you? Yeah, alright, I'll take that. Frankly, I've got better things to be doing than killing you. And I can just raid you anyway. We've got the convoy complete, so we've got loads. Yeah, we've got now. The only problem might be, you know what? The 5% labour per turn is fine. We are losing a little bit of public order. However, we're not in the region, so I actually think that's fine. We could upgrade some of these. We've actually got the money, and if we do that, we'll get even more raw materials, and we can just beef up our core settlement. Are we not getting? There doesn't, unless there's, okay, unassigned skill points. Unless it reminds me there's a convoy, I'm a little bit concerned because it's not actually reminding me there's a convoy waiting to go, and I will never remember that. I kind of think maybe going this one. Oh, I kind of want to go murder. I'm going to go murderous charge. You, I'm going to go again. We get the ambush. Yeah, okay, it has reminded me. Good. Okay, where do we want to go? I kind of feel like the more labour we have, the better. So we could send you to the Palace of Ruin. We haven't sent you there, have we? We sent you to the Vollery and to Titan's Notch. We haven't sent you to Haunted Forest, but that's just raw materials. We could send you to Castle Drakenhof. That's fairly safe. Let's send you off there. Got man-eaters with an ogre pistol. I feel like the Luckstone probably better than Fire Breath. I might just leave the Fire Breath on him. From what I remember, the Fire Breath is fine, but it's not. I feel like the physical resistance is probably better. Okay, do we want some more Hobgoblin Archers? Holy shit, we've got a Soul Grinder. Yes, I'll take that. Quest issued. I was like, shit, have we got that? Have we finished the convoy already? No. Ensure the following building is constructed. Demon Smithy. The stone mantle, one of Astragoth's most powerful talismans, has become weakened and damaged with age. Few know how truly old the artifact is, however, but it is the appearance of the hardy cloak. No mere tailor can ever hope to repair it. Even only the arcane techniques of the Darklands Demon Smithies can restore its ancient power. It's going to give a stone mantle, so that's another intensity thingy. Physical resistance increases to 30%, but speed reduces as the unit takes damage. Interesting. Also gives miscast base chance reduction, and we'll save. I can do that. Don't mind me, I'm just raiding you. I know you're going to hate it, and I don't give a shit. Okay, we could maybe go for the high quality assembly line. That would give us 250 armaments per turn. It would reduce our raw materials. And I feel like maybe we just want to stick with the high raw materials for the moment. Maybe... No. I kind of want more Bull Centaurs. I kind of fucking love them. They are very expensive though. I feel like maybe getting more blunderbusses? I mean, they're not cheap. But I do like the blunderbusses. They are very satisfying. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I feel like maintaining our high raw material income is really useful at the start. That is, higher quotas gives you more armaments and more income, which is nice. I would like more magic items. What about industry? We could go labour gain post battle. I feel like getting... Is there any... Okay, you actually are pretty... Yeah, I know. Okay, good. Well, we'll be friends with you because you're the first person who wants to be friends with me. Jesus, like everyone is so grumpy. Right. What about if I join your war? That's weird. You're at war with Clan Eshin, but not Cathay. What the fuck is going on there? You loon? Okay, well, it is slowly ticking up. We haven't met.
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
I mean, that would explain why you'd probably enter headbutting contests. But there we go. I mean, the only problem with playing headbutting contest with a Chaos Dwarf is the fact that you're going to miss him and he's going to do crippling damage to you. Oh, because we're in the domain of the vampire. We're taking attrition. Ugh. Don't like that. I feel like caravans probably should just be immune to attrition. That's my hot take. Okay. Let's just march back and hopefully, like, well, it didn't solve the public order problems, but it's less. How much are we losing per turn? It'll be that one, 5. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, we could sacrifice some of them for a conclave. Little conclave boost. I like a little conclave boost. What should we get? What shall we get? Cash replenishment rate is fine. Winds of Magic power. How are we doing for Winds of Magic? Badly. I'm going to get that one. I'm going to claim that bad boy. Okay, do I want to upgrade this? Nah, not really. So what I do want to do is get rid of those orcs, because absolute trash. Oh, because you're marching. That's fine. We can recruit them next time. We're in no rush. There we go. Post battle is nice. We do have some trade agreements, but not amazing. We could spend our raw materials, but I want to save them. Military wise, okay, let's get call to war. Let's get call to war, and we'll do something like that. We'll jump up to level 4. It's going to take 9 turns. How much could we? 800. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Wait, when is our caravan? In 2 turns. So our caravan turns up in 2 turns. I kind of need someone to kill. I mean, we could just like lay in. We could go and beat up the vampires. That's an option. Maybe I should have kept on at the ratties. I was just kind of like, I want to build more stuff. Also, if I get the Chaos Dwarf building, I can get more blunderbusses, and I would like more blunderbusses. Yeah, you're just sat there for a minute, which is fine. Let us go to the Hellforge. We'll boost this up, which gives us extra powder. I'm going to do that. Get rid of you. Get 2 more blunderbusses, because blunderbusses are fucking hilarious. I love them. I love them so much. Such good fun. The only thing I need is money. What we got kind of all the hobgoblins we want. I'm going to knock that building down. We're going to build the money building here, which is going to use some of our raw materials, but like we're making 1,000 a turn, so I think we're probably fine. I think we're probably fine. I mean, you know, I think we're doing all right. Okay, we could increase this. That's a 30% increase. Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? And I would like some more money, so let's do that. And so this is going to spend 150, 150, 300, but then we get the 30% increase there, which should actually pay for it. Which is quite nice. Hollow rounds will make our blunderbusses shoot faster and hit harder. Yes, I am 1,000% behind that. I could now. I know you have an agreement with the ratties, but I feel like maybe if we just wander over here and then kick the shit out of you, could get more public order. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I genuinely don't think you've probably got very much. Let us go with hidden stores, because if we get the last level of this gives you a replenishment in foreign territory, which means you're always replenishing, which is so good. Also, did we get an item for that? We got the Crown of Skulls, we got the Hunger. Do you? Oh, you have the Forbidden Rod. Yeah, but I really like the Hunger. Because that means you can heal. Hobgoblin Favour? Ugh. Mechanicist. Yeah, I mean, oh no, I don't need you, do I? Because I've already got a boy. That's all I need. I kind of like getting the... I guess I need the Palace of Ruin. That's going to be a fun time. Off you go. Just keep those labourers coming back. We could spend some to set an example, and that will increase our public order, so let's go and do that. And yeah, I think I'm all about just kicking the shit out of the vampires now. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're at war with the war host of Tsar. I mean, that does leave your house very undefended. I'm gonna raid. I'm gonna raid along here like this. What do I want here? I feel like this is probably fine, like garrison wise, especially with the big old mortar there. I feel like anything the ratties throw at us is just going to get exterminated. However, the only other option, you know what? I might just go for a slightly beefier force, slightly beefier garrison. I do like the idea of killing vampires. If we keep an eye on where this guy goes, so he's obviously heading to go. Looks like he might have died, actually. We've got a boon of Hashut. Okay, we could get more money. I kind of want more influence. I'm going to get more influence. I'm going to go more influence. I'm going to buy a new seat. I'm going to go for... You know what? Random weapon or item. Okay, you're down there. Yeah, looks like you got your ass kicked. So we could actually move down here, declare war on you, move down here, wipe out these vampires because they won't be able to go anywhere, so they have to fight me. which means I can exterminate them. We can take the replenishment. I'm kind of tempted to kill you too, because you'll give me lots of money. You know what? I'm going to kill you too. Yep. No, just purely for opportunity. You just happen to be here, and now you're going to happen to be dead. Oh, we've had quite a lot of variety this episode, haven't we? Cathay, ogres, greenskins. Is that it? That's it. I mean, it's still pretty good.
They were concealed by the night wind.
I don't think we were, to be honest. They've got blunderbusses of their own. They're not as good as my blunderbusses, though. Mine are way better. Yours are shit. Plus, you don't have shields. Ha! Pathetic. Let's have a blunderbuss off. I mean, you still can do plenty of damage, but I'm going to move my blunderbusses up, and we're gonna see once and for all who has the best blunderbusses. Spoilers, it's me. Yeah, knock them off their feet. So impressed. Well, that's happening. The ball centers went quite far around the outside, and are now taking ages to come back to join the main battle. However, the Hobgoblin Cutthroats are moving in to engage the Jade Lancers and the other Iron Hail Gunners on this side of the battlefield, which, you know, we should be able to overwhelm them pretty easily. I just saw an opportunity and I thought, you know what would give me lots of money? Killing these arseholes. Yeah, I feel like these Iron Hail Gunners will just come back, so I was going to kill them with the Bull Centaurs. Unfortunately, they're only almost twice as fast as these guys, which means it's actually taken them quite a while to catch up with them. I mean, once they do catch up with them, of course, it's pretty one-sided, but still, taking them a little while to get over there. These Jade Warriors, they're pretty tanky, aren't they? I do like the... You can see the swings, can't you, from that like little effect. I quite like that. I saw someone's going, that's not very realistic. Yeah, but it looks cool. Okay, we're just sort of mopping up now. There's not really much left. Mostly on the right flank, to be honest. Trying to bring the Hobgoblins out of range of the blunderbusses so they don't get caught by it. These poor peasant long spearmen getting blasted. Yeah, it's probably best to try and try and not shoot units in melee combat with a blunderbuss. It does tend to do a lot of damage to your guys as well. Still, you know, it definitely does kill the enemy half of the time. I'll take it. Astragoth is leaping around. My goodness, he's like a mad March hare, isn't he? Look at this guy, he's bleeding all over the place. Ooh. That's... You okay, mate? You don't look okay. You're just sort of running... Look at him. It must be terrifying. This beardy man running around with big mechanical legs. Fuck me. You're not hitting him though, are you? You're just scaring him quite a bit. Oh, that actually did hit him. Nice spin. What a twirl. Oh, and apparently his cloak came off. I think that might be vital. I'm not sure. Thanks for the cash. I'll take all of that. Oh, I could take that, but I need to take the vampire capital. And I got 500 from that. I feel like we've probably got enough. So I'll take that. We'll take that. And then next up, we'll take their capital. You better not have taken my goddamn... That one. Okay, no, you didn't. You didn't take my seats. You took that one. That's fine. You have that. Enjoy. In fucking joy. I want some better spells. I do like Cascading Fire Cloak. I just think it's neat. And then more melee attack and weapon strength is just both things that I want you to have. my little horny friends. Okay, we're making a little bit more money now. Our raw materials has dropped slightly, but I think that's probably fine. We can get some infernal guards. We could spare. Do I want to do that or do I want to do this? Do we want to do this? Yeah, I think we probably do actually. Okay, this takes 150. I think we want both of these. That's right. We're going balls to the wall, but we've got lots of raw materials. I don't know whether I want to take this or just sack it. I'm just not sure. Do I? Oh, that's a good poll for next time. So Silver Pinnacle has Silver Pinnacle has Karakongor and Kazid Ukalaz in its province. Do I want to capture these settlements and add them to my quota? Or alternatively, do I just sack it, raise it, kill off the vampires, and then concentrate on killing off the Skaven? That's going to be the poll for next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.